Man, basically, through the spring party, how about Shimmy Awashai? This is all the Lord, man. 'Cause it's all biblical prophecy. Iran is standing up for Syria, man. Syria not using chemical weapons against terrorists. Iran's defense minister says. I remember, Iran's gonna bring out that the United States actually funded ISIS and created ISIS. See, all these countries know the wickedness of America, man. That's why they're preparing to go to war with America. Iran's defense minister says despite Western countries' propaganda, meaning lies and bullshit, Syrian forces have never used chemical weapons against terrorists who are using weapons of mass destruction in their war against Damascus. Addressing a ceremony held to mark the 30th anniversary of a chemical attack against the Iranian city of Sadasht, Brigadier General Hassan Dekhan said during the past few days, 3,000 to 4,000 sorties have been conducted over the region by countries like the UK and Italy, who have announced that the Syrian government is planning to use chemical weapons in its future operations. Now that's an excuse for America to basically topple Assad. That's really what they want to do. The Islamic Republic of Iran announces that the Syrian government is not after using chemical weapons, and this claim that the Syrian government has used chemical weapons by some individuals who regard themselves as the rulers of the world is questionable, he added. It's all about America. Dozens of people were killed in a chemical attack in the Syrian town of Kahan Shakshukun in Syria's northwestern province of Idlib on April 4th. The United States and its allies were quick to accuse the Syrian government forces to carry out the attack. The Syrian army, however, said that it never has used them chemical weapons anytime, anywhere, or will not do so in the future. It's heavy for America to say that. The hypocrisy of America, man. The hypocrisy is just ridiculous, man. Pointing to the U.S. support for terror groups in the Middle East, the Iranian defense minister said the world is concerned that terrorists have combined terrorism and war with weapons of mass destruction. He added with terrorists and are using weapons of mass destruction. However, some countries are cooperating with these terrorists instead of countering them. Yeah, they're cooperating with them, but ISIS is funded by the United States. The United States military trained ISIS, funded ISIS. And Iran is going to bring out that information too. The Iranian minister criticized some countries for claiming that they were countering terrorists at a time that terror groups were provided with financial support. The Islamic Republic is a victim of terrorism and chemical weapons, Dekhan said, adding, we have always expressed our objection to producing, stockpiling, and use of weapons of mass destruction. And that was the whole point of going to Iraq, but that was bullshit. That was BS anyway. That's why Bush went up in there, man. He emphasized that it was bullshit. It was all set up. It was a lie. It was funded by the Rothschilds, the elites, elite Edomites. Esau, that's why there's number war in this world. Esau is ruling. He emphasized that during the Iraqi imposed war on Iran,